Did you know your first hour after waking up could determine whether you'll live to 90 or beyond? Imagine starting your day with a simple change that rewires your body for decades of vibrant health, yet most of us unknowingly sabotage our longevity before we even finish breakfast. Every morning, from the moment your eyes flutter open, tiny choices ripple through your bloodstream, your hormones and even your DNA. It sounds dramatic, but the science is clear. The habits you practice in that golden first hour aren't mere rituals. They're powerful longevity triggers. Today, you'll discover 7 powerful habits shared by people who consistently live into their 90s and beyond. And trust me, Habits on 4 takes just 30 seconds but could add years to your life. Meet Walter. At 65, his friends began battling heart issues, creeping memory lapses and mobility woes. But today, at 93, Walter still drives himself to community garden volunteer sessions 3 times a week. His secret? A morning routine built on 7 simple yet transformative practices. These aren't obscure tricks. Doctors often won't tell you about them, but the evidence is undeniable. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be ready to revolutionize your own morning and perhaps add a decade or more to your life. If you're hungry for more life-changing health insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to never miss a video. Your future self will thank you. Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Dehydration might seem harmless first thing in the morning, but as you sleep, your body has been working continuously, losing water through breathing and cellular repair. By the time you wake, your blood has thickened enough to force your heart into overdrive, straining fragile vessels in your brain and kidneys. Leading longevity researchers estimate that chronic overnight dehydration accelerates cellular aging by up to 31%, silently increasing your risk for heart disease and cognitive decline. The remedy is astonishingly simple. Drink 16 ounces of room temperature water immediately upon waking. Room temperature, because cold water can shock your system and divert energy from healing processes. Take Sylvia's story. At 72, she faced chronic kidney issues and alarming memory lapses. Her doctors were discussing dialysis as early as next year. Then she committed to one habit: hydration. Within 60 days of drinking a full glass of water before her feet even hit the floor, her kidney function improved by 28% and her mental fog lifted. Her nephrologist was baffled. No new medications, just plain water. Tonight, place a full glass by your bedside. The moment you open your eyes tomorrow, before checking your phone or stretching, drink the water slowly and mindfully. Your heart, brain, and kidneys will thank you, setting the tone for a day that works for your longevity. Habit 2. Morning sunlight exposure. Your circadian rhythm is your internal clock, governing everything from hormone release to metabolism, sleep quality to immune function. Yet most of us blunder through our mornings in dim indoor light or artificial screens, completely bypassing the sun's powerful biological cue. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that exposing your eyes and skin to natural light within 30 minutes of waking boosts melatonin output later in the day by 73%, stabilizes blood sugar control, and sharpens cognitive performance. Without this morning light trigger, you face a 37% higher risk of neurodegenerative disease after 70. Benjamin, 75, endured decades of crippling insomnia. Prescription sleep aids dulled his mind, but never fixed the root cause. Then his doctor suggested a simple experiment: 10 minutes outside with a cup of coffee, regardless of the weather. Within 2 weeks, Benjamin fell asleep faster, slept deeper, and woke refreshed. His daytime blood pressure dropped 15 points, and his energy slumps vanished. Even in winter or on gloomy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times brighter than indoor bulbs. If you can't step outside, sit by a sunny window or invest in a medical-grade red light therapy lamp. Tomorrow, make sunrise your morning coffee partner. Your circadian clock will reward you with years of restful nights. Habit 3. Gentle movement before breakfast. Most mornings we email, scroll social media, or brew coffee, then finally move when we're ready to eat. But that delay invites inflammation, joint stiffness, and muscle degradation. Rheumatologists at the Mayo Clinic found that just 5–10 minutes of gentle movement before your first bite can reduce joint deterioration by up to 65% in seniors. This pre-breakfast motion activates autophagy, the body's natural cellular spring cleaning, eliminating inflammatory debris that accumulates overnight. Consider Harriet, 68, who was scheduled for knee replacement surgery. Despite years of strenuous physiotherapy, Her arthritis pain never budged until she began 7 minutes of ankle circles, hip sways, and gentle stretches the moment she woke. 3 months later, her pain had diminished so drastically that her surgeon canceled the operation. This didn't require fancy equipment: ankle rolls, wrist circles, slow side-to-side sways, toe touches, just continuous mindful movement that wakes up your joints. Tomorrow, after your morning water and sunlight dose but before breakfast, spend 5 to 10 minutes gently coaxing your body awake. Your future self, walking freely at 85, will be forever grateful. Habit 4. The 30-second breathing practice. In the tapestry of longevity rituals, few are as deceptively simple or scientifically potent as controlled breathing. Your morning stress response, the surge of cortisol and adrenaline when you open your eyes, can dictate inflammatory cascades all day. Blue Zone researchers in Sardinia observed that centenarians begin each day with specific deep breathing exercises, calming the nervous system and signaling the body it's safe to prioritize repair over survival. Clinical trials report up to a 48% reduction in stress hormones from just 30 seconds of intentional breathing. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, then exhale audibly through your mouth for 8. Repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times. Researchers note striking differences in heart rate variability and inflammatory markers between those who practice morning breathing and those who don't. A 96-year-old shepherd in Sardinia credits his clear mind and steady health to beginning every sunrise with this ritual. Immediately after your water and sunlight dose, find a quiet spot, close your eyes and breathe. 30 seconds that could add real years to your life. If you're finding value in these longevity secrets, pause and hit subscribe now. Don't miss Habit 5 coming up next. Habit 5. Protein and fiber-rich breakfast. Your first meal does more than stave off hunger. It programs your metabolism for the entire day. Unfortunately, most Western breakfasts, sugary cereals, white toast, pastries, trigger insulin spikes, fuel inflammation, and accelerate cellular damage. Nutritional gerontologists recommend a morning meal containing at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber to support blood sugar stability, foster cellular repair, and suppress chronic inflammation by up to 5. Here's a blueprint. Start with a high-quality protein, eggs, Greek yogurt, or a plant-based alternative, then add fiber from berries, oats, chia seeds, or vegetables. Top it with healthy fats, avocado halved with a sprinkle of nuts, or a drizzle of olive oil on roasted veggies. Avoid refined carbs until after 10 a.m. They ignite oxidative stress and long-term glycation that wreaks havoc on your skin, arteries, and organs. Gerald, 68, was diagnosed with prediabetes and elevated inflammatory markers. His doctor warned medication would be imminent. Instead, Gerald revamped his breakfast: scrambled eggs with spinach and mushrooms, thick Greek yogurt topped with raspberries and chia, and half an avocado on the side. 6 months later, his labs normalized completely. No drugs required. The moral? You don't need extra time in the morning. You just need the right foods. Tomorrow, swap out the bagel for this protein and fiber power pack and watch your long-term health transform. Habit 6. Morning social connection. Isolation is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Loneliness drives inflammation, weakens immunity, and accelerates cognitive decline. Yet, while supplements and exercise get all the press, one of the most potent longevity boosters is human connection. And timing matters. An 80-year Harvard study revealed participants engaging in meaningful social interaction before 10 a.m. had a 29% lower all-cause mortality rate than those who did not. Morning conversation appears to set neurochemical patterns that benefit cardiovascular and immune function throughout the day. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-lived people, neighbors gather every morning for a few minutes of chatter, checking in on health, sharing a laugh, exchanging small kindnesses. One 97-year-old woman explained, "If I don't speak to someone in the morning, my day feels off." Compare her inflammatory markers to isolated seniors, and the differences equate to being decades younger biologically. Implement this tomorrow. Call a friend for a 2-minute check-in, share morning tea with a spouse or roommate, engage the barista in conversation, or join a weekly community breakfast. Even a brief social exchange floods your brain with oxytocin and dopamine, signaling safety and belonging. Make that morning connection non-negotiable. Your body and mind will reward you with years of vitality and joy. Habit 7. Directed gratitude practice. We all know gratitude feels good, but directed gratitude focusing specifically on your body's capabilities can physically restructure your aging brain. Neuroscientists at Yale University found that a 2-minute gratitude ritual practiced within an hour of waking reduces cortisol by 23% and enhances activity in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for emotional regulation and executive function. Over time, these brain changes mirror patterns seen in people decades younger. Patricia, 74, struggled with hypertension that didn't budge on medication. After learning about gratitude research, she began each morning with this ritual. Place a hand over her heart, close her eyes, and name 3 specific body parts she was thankful for. Her eyes that see her grandchildren's faces, her knees that allow her morning walks, her heart that beats reliably each day. Within 90 days, her blood pressure stabilized and her heart rate variability improved. Tomorrow, immediately after your breathing exercise, spend 2 minutes on directed gratitude. Speak aloud 3 heartfelt thanks for your body's gifts. This simple practice rewires neural pathways toward positivity, calms stress responses, and sets the stage for cellular healing all day long. These 7 morning habits aren't optional wellness tips. They're scientifically proven longevity triggers that can rewrite your health trajectory. You don't need perfection. Start with 2 or 3 of these practices tomorrow. Hydrate, move, breathe, connect, or express gratitude, and build from there. Remember Walter, at 65, he began with just 2 habits, gradually adding the rest, and today at 93, he thrives with boundless energy. Which habit will you start tomorrow? Comment below and make your commitment. Your future self is counting on it. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more life-changing health secrets that most people over 60. Your future self at 90 is watching right now. What will you do tomorrow morning?